New York Giants are a team that is terrible. They're poised to be one of the worst offenses in football this year. They have Daniel Jones, who they're paying over $20 million to be worse than most backups. They have no running back because they lost Saquon Barkley. And don't get me wrong, I like Devin Singletary, but he's definitely not Saquon. They have no receivers aside from Malik Neighbors, who I fear is going to be kind of. I mean, it's just going to show how bad the quarterback is if he doesn't succeed in this offense. Everybody else in the squad is, I mean, I guess Wandale Robinson's all right. Hodgins isn't bad, and neither is Slayton. But, I mean, wide receivers are only good if you have a good quarterback throwing to them. And then they have a rookie in this Johnson guy, Theo Johnson, rookie out of Penn State. 6'6", looks all right, but again, yeah, Daniel Jones throwing to him. Their O-line's not bad. I mean, Evan Neal, Andrew Thomas, two pretty solid guys. Runyon, Moore, and Schmitz Jr. I think Schmitz is kind of young. Yeah, I mean, they have a young offensive line, so hopefully that can improve. But, I mean, defensively is where their strong suit is. They have one good corner in Banks. I mean, Dexter Lawrence. Their linebacker core is amazing. Brian Burns, who I think is a terrible decision for them to trade for. Granted, they didn't give up much, but they definitely need to focus on offense. I think they're just grasping at any way to show that Danny Dimes is good, but he's not. Isaiah Simmons is a very solid linebacker. Okereke is another very solid middle linebacker. Kayvon Thibodeau and A.G. Ojulari, who are both. I mean, I really like Thibodeau. I loved him at Oregon, love him in the league. I just hope that he keeps improving because he's had flashes of great and he's had flashes of not so great. Hopefully pairing him with Brian Burns is definitely going to help. They picked up this rookie in the draft as well, Tyler Newman out of Minnesota. 23 years old, 6'2", 210. Hopefully he can be all right too. But overall, this Giants team needs a lot of help. I attempted to rebuild the Commanders last night, had to cut the video early, and I called them the worst team in the league, and then I started looking, and I think the Giants are easily the worst team in the league. The Commanders at least have a little bit of bright flashes here and there. The Giants not so much. So we're going to take over here and see what we can do for the squad and hopefully get them a championship. And in all honesty, I'm hoping to at least make the playoffs. So right away here, I know we said that we didn't want to keep Daniel Jones. The Vikings just recently had J.J. McCarthy go down for injury. Obviously, in real life, this would be extremely unrealistic because I don't see the Vikings even remotely wanting Daniel Jones because, in my opinion, he's basically Sam Darnold, just a lot more expensive. So we're going to send Daniel Jones, and we're going to incentivize him a little bit by giving him Allen Robinson, and we're going to pick up Byron Murphy Jr. to be our kind of cornerback 2, I'd say, maybe even cornerback 1, depending on the way you look at it. And that just freed up millions. So now we're in a good spot for the offseason. I think I might look at picking up a quarterback, maybe a cheap one, but in all reality, I'm okay with either Drew Lock or DeVito, but we'll see. The next thing that we're going to do is we're actually going to pick up Cam Akers here in free agency. 25 years old, star depth trade. Going to be a huge addition next to Devin Singletary. Very pleased with that addition to the squad. And I think, you know what, we do probably need another offensive lineman, so Connor Williams would be a great add to the squad as well. And I think we might just roll with this, unless there's a young gun here. There's not. Yeah, there's nobody else here that would be worth adding onto the squad, so I think that's what we're going to roll with. Might look and see if there's anybody else that's making the same amount of money that we can move, but if not, we'll just head to mid-season and see who we can resign. The next thing we're going to do here is completely fleece the Philadelphia Eagles, sending over Darius Slayton. And technically in this, they don't have that Commanders receiver. I can't think of Dotson. So technically this would be their wide receiver 3 after they lost a Goose. But, I mean, for Bryce Huff and Jordan Davis, it's kind of ridiculous that those two are so easy to trade for. But the Eagles scheme is definitely the reason why. But I'm not going to complain. I'll take them any day of the week. So let's go ahead and set the lineup, and we'll roll right into year number 1 with, I guess, Drew Lock is our starting quarterback. We'll move Hodgins up here.
Wandale, Isaiah Hodgins, Malik Neighbors. I'm okay with this, 100%. And then defensively, obviously we want to move Davis over here to end. Let's see. Actually, we'll move Dexter Lawrence over there to the end. And we'll let Davis start at defensive tackle. That's better. And let's make sure we got these right. I'm okay with Singletary being there. Alright, finish setting this lineup. Obviously want Neighbors to be our slot. Good, good, good. I'm okay with that. Alright, let's get right into the season.
Surprisingly enough, at mid-season we are 3-4, which is again super surprising. And we have some people wanting to negotiate. Obviously, Byron Murphy, we were 100% going to bring you back. We'll offer him a 7-year deal. Perfect. And then Connor Williams will want to sign back. Probably not Cam Akers. Oh yeah. All right. We got some people to sign back. I'm gonna mess with this a little bit, and then we might slip into the playoffs. You never know.
So at the end of season number 1, we go 7-10, which is actually very surprising given how our team was kind of set up. I wasn't expecting to win more than 4 games, so I'm very happy to see that. 24th in the league in offensive yards, and then 19th for defense, so not terrible. Drew Lock, 3,600 yards, 16 touchdowns to 26 interceptions. We 100% need to draft a quarterback in this draft. Rushing wise, Devin Singletary, 974 and 11. Definitely very pleased with that. We'll definitely keep him. Receiving wise, Malik Neighbors puts up 1,000 yards and 8 touchdowns. Very happy. 765 and 2 out of Hodgins. 728 and 2 out of Theo Johnson. Very pleased there. And then 702 out of Wandale Robinson. So not too shabby. Okereke and Isaiah Simmons had amazing seasons. Over 100 tackles apiece. 5 TFLs for Okereke. 13 sacks out of Thibodeau, 10 out of Dexter Lawrence, 6.5 out of Brian Burns with 11 TFLs, 2.5 out of Bryce Huff, 1 out of Simmons, and then half out of a couple other people. 4 picks. He might get Defensive Player of the Year with that stats. 3 picks for Isaiah Simmons, 2 out of Tyler Nubbin, our rook, and then 1 apiece out of a few other guys. Okay, very happy to see that. MVP, obviously, Drew Lock's not going to be up there throwing that many picks. But the NFC Offensive Player of the Year, still no giant there, but Defensive Player of the Year, Thibodeau comes in at number 5, Okereke comes in at number 8, and then Offensive Rookie of the Year, Malik Neighbors comes in at number 2, and then Theo Johnson comes in at number 8, so not too bad there. And then Defensive Rookie of the Year, very surprised to not see Tyler Newman up a little higher, but he at least does crack the list at number 10 there. Obviously, we didn't make the playoffs, kind of expected there. So now it's just time to head into the offseason. We have $76 million in cap room, so we're going to look to capitalize on that, bring a few players in, and hopefully we can compete for something next year, especially if we can get a QB. Alright, so here going into the offseason, surprisingly enough, Malik Neighbors stays at a star depth trait even after that great year. Kind of surprised to see that. Same thing with Johnson. Kind of expected at least one of them to go up, but I mean, it kind of is what it is. Singletary stays as a star as well. Wandale Robinson, he dropped a normal? I'm not too sure on that. But defensively, no one went up either. I mean, okay, I guess it is what it is. But let's see what we can do signing-wise. Alright guys, so far in free agency, in all reality, I threw Owusu Koromoa a random offer, not expecting him to sign. It was a very player-friendly because obviously if we could get someone of his caliber, he'd be a huge boost to the team, but really we didn't need a linebacker, but I'm not going to complain one bit, so we'll take it. We are also targeting Jamal Adams because we did lose our strong safety, and we got him. Cool, so the 2 guys that we targeted, we got, so not bad about that one bit, so let's head into the draft. Alright guys, as much as it pains me to do this, we had a very stacked linebacker room. Isaiah Simmons was kind of the odd man out, even though he's a beast. I really like him. So we're going to send him over to the Eagles. We're going to snag a 3rd round pick, kind of to replace some of the draft capital that we gave up for Brian Burns. And now we're going to start the NFL draft and hopefully pick up. I'll set the lineup real quick and decide what we need and see what we can do. Alright guys, so with the 10th overall pick, we're going to be taking John Lippett. He was the #1 ranked guy in the thing. Number 43 in true value, we drafted him at number 10. Oh no, normal dev trait. Hopefully he's high overall. No, that couldn't have went worse. Alright guys, so a draft recap. Lippett might have been normal dev trait, but he is at least a 74 overall. So we can at least roll with that and see what happens there. Didn't really draft anything else, kind of let the CPU roll with it after I did try to draft another rebound quarterback, didn't work out. So hopefully we can figure something out there. Alright guys, so here at the mid-season mark, obviously the starting quarterback is probably not going to work out. We are 1-6, absolutely atrocious. Hopefully we can figure something out because hopefully he just turns into something, is just my hope. Looking at people we need to re-sign, luckily there's nobody here that I'm really worried about, so it's probably a good thing we don't have any cap room. Obviously gonna accept the option on Deontay Banks, but everybody else is locked up for a while, so we'll take it. Alright guys, so we do turn around the season a little bit. We win 6 games and only lose 4, I think. So we finished 7-10, so not terrible. I think it's actually exactly what we did last season. Let's take a look here. 14th best offense, so actually maybe the rookie's not the issue. And then defensively, so our defense, really, of all things, okay. So John Lippett here finishes with 4,000 yards, 31 touchdowns, only 14 interceptions. Okay, very impressed there. Devin Singletary nearly has 1,000 yards, 10 touchdowns. Okay. Receiving wise, Malik Neighbors 1,311, Theo Johnson 1,112, and then we definitely need to get him some more of a supporting cast here. Defensively, Akriki had an alright year. Usu Cormoa had a decent year. 13 sacks out of Brian Burns, 9.5 out of Dexter Lawrence, and then I think that was about it. So our defense, yeah, wow. I think we need to change our defensive playbook a little bit. Quite possibly. MVP, obviously our rook didn't come in there. NFC Offensive Player of the Year, Malik Neighbors comes in at number 8. We'll take that. Defensive Player of the Year, Brian Burns and Dexter Lawrence come in at 3 and 4. Okay. Offensive Rookie of the Year, John Lippett comes in at 4. Oh, he's an offensive lineman. Okay. Oh wait, no, he's our quarterback. Jesus. Comes in number 4. Okay. Defensive Rookie of the Year, nobody. But I mean, for first year with a rookie quarterback that had normal depth trait, hopefully he gets to jump up a little bit. We are up to an 85 overall. So I'm going to change defensive schemes a little bit, and then hopefully that's enough for us to compete next season. Alright guys, so while we might not have performed very well, we had Malik Neighbors and Johnson go up to superstar. Our rookie quarterback goes up to star, which is huge for us. So now the offense is looking way better. And then defensively, I did switch over to a 4-3 instead of a 3-4, leaving us with a bunch of people. Obviously, Brian Burns went up to X Factor, so I'm going to put him on the line. So now we have Thibodeau, Creek, and Owusu Cormoa as our linebackers. Newman at free safety. Jamal Adams a strong safety, probably going to look to replace him. Deontay Banks, Murphy, and then move Phillips up to be our slot corner. And then our D-line is just nasty. So hopefully that's enough to get us something. We'll just have to kind of wait and see what free agency brings, and then we'll just go from there. Alright guys, so in free agency there wasn't much. I mean, the only guy that was really here that I really wanted was Jalen Ramsey. He did go ahead and sign with the Rams. So we went ahead and picked up our third corner, picked up Christian Benford, 81 overall, 25 years old, just normal dev trait, but a pretty cheap deal is what we got him on, so I'm not too worried about it. Now the main thing that we need to target in free agency is right guard, and then 100% a wide receiver, because we did lose Wan'Dale Robinson, which I'm not terribly upset about. He was wanting way too much money for the numbers that he puts up. We're going to be looking for somebody to pair aside Malik Neighbors to hopefully give us 2,000-yard receivers and our tight end. But you never know. Won't know until we get into this. So let's see what we can grab. Alright guys, so with the 8th overall pick, we're going to go ahead and go out and grab Marco Groves, who is hidden dev trait, 91 speed, 95 excel, 94 agility. Looks like a very solid wide receiver. Hopefully he can fill in very nicely for Wandale Moore. In the second round, we're going to go out and get Lawrence Quincy, who was ranked 32 in true value. We drafted him 40, hidden dev trait, to be our new right guard. Very pleased with that pick. And now we're going to kind of scout for a possible running back replacement in the future for Devin Singletary, but definitely a strong safety replacement for Jamal Adams, who is aging. So we definitely need that. So let's just kind of see what's out there here at strong safety. And hopefully, there's nothing. What about free safety? Okay, there's a couple of things with free safety. They really don't look good. Ugh. Yikes. Might just be trading this pick away. Let me look through a couple of these guys and see what I want to do. Alright guys, and here in the third round, there wasn't anything that I liked. That positions of need. I see this Josh Moyer guy here. He looked very solid, and he was very solid. Hidden depth trade left guard. Ranked 47 in true value. We drafted him to 72, so a steal there. And I think with this, I think we might just let the CPU finish out the rest of this draft, and hopefully we got some high overalls. So checking out the draft recap, we definitely had a huge haul here, with Marco Groves being a 75 overall, an instant plug and play, Lawrence Quincy being a 74 overall, and then Josh Moyer being a 73. Very pleased with all three of those picks. They're probably going to be starters, but just head into the season number 3 and see if we can at least make the playoffs. Oh my gosh, at the end of season number 3, we went 1-16. Absolutely terrible, as my daughter's even crying because this team is so bad. Finished with the 22nd offense, and then the 29th defense. Wow. What a disappointing season. John Lippett, 4,000 yards, 29 touchdowns, 18 interceptions. Not bad. Singletary definitely regressed. He is up for a contract renewal. I think we're going to let him walk and hopefully replace him. Receiving wise, Theo Johnson with 1,005. Wow, everyone just took a step back. I mean, Marco Groves, our rogue, with 904, but I'm pretty sure I moved Malik Neighbors up in the slot, and he just didn't do anything. Defensively, Owusu Koromoa and Akri had a good year. 11 sacks out of Brian Burns. I did move him onto the defensive line. 6.5 out of Dexter Lawrence, 5 out of Jordan Davis, 4.5 out of Thibodeau. But I mean, interception-wise, we didn't do bad. Just our team was just terrible, which sucks. Nobody for MVP. Obviously, we don't expect that. No one for Offensive Player of the Year. No one for Defensive. Well, I guess Brian Burns comes in at number 5 for Defensive Player of the Year. Marco Groves does win Offensive Rookie of the Year, so he's going to get a depth chart upgrade. But that's about it. So, let's head into this offseason. It is the last one, so we definitely need to make some big moves and hopefully win if we're ever going to do it. But we definitely need to change something, and that change is going to start right here. So looking here at our squad, we did draft that rookie left guard. Evan Neal is up for a contract extension, but he's 26 years old. He's wanting a lot of money, and he's only an 80 overall. So we are going to let him walk just to save a little bit of money, and we're probably just going to move that one alignment over. But we definitely need a running back, so that's what we have to go for here. Alright guys, so luckily in this offense, after we get a running back, Malik Neighbors stays as a superstar, same thing with Johnson, and then Groves does also move up to superstar. So we have 3 superstars on our offense for our quarterback to throw to, and then we just need a running back because all of our O-line is star as well. And then defensively, Brian Burns keeps his. Newbin goes up to superstar. Very pleased to see that. So once we get this set the way that I like it, we're actually looking pretty dang solid. So let's see what we can do here. Maybe get a strong safety, but Phillips actually isn't bad at it. But we'll just have to kind of see. Alright guys, this might be a very off-the-wall trade, but we're going to trade away our backup quarterback and our number 1 overall pick because obviously no one we take here is going to be immediate impact. We're going to pick up an aging Nick Chubb to be our starting running back, but we're also getting Myles Garrett to solidify our pass rush and Grant Delpit to replace Jamal Adams. I'm very happy with this. We're going to see what else we can kind of move around, but as of right now, I'm very happy with that. The next thing we're going to do here is, never mind, we're not going to do that. We're going to pick up another cornerback,
That was another guy that I was thinking about picking up to solidify our cornerbacks. And then now we're going to try to pick up another wide receiver. Keon Coleman. Is that the best offer we're going to get? Evan Ingram would be nice, but we definitely don't need a tight end. I'm very okay with who we have there. And yeah, Keon Coleman's who we're going to get. So I don't really want to, obviously stacking the team with Myles Garrett definitely is a thing, but I don't want to overstack the team any more than it is. So I think we're going to roll with this. I definitely like the idea of having all these guys here. Going to move Mayer up. And then defensively, oh my gosh, we are stacked. Going to probably, it's going to be a tough one. So we're going to move Thibodeau over. Replace Huff with Burns. Obviously still keep Huff up here. And then if we look at, obviously, Nick Chubb, slot wide receiver, definitely still want to be Malik. Boom, boom. All X factors on the D line. Sub linebacker, definitely Koromoa. Slot corner, Quinton Mitchell went up to an 85 overall there, so I'm definitely okay with keeping him there. But I think I don't know if this squad necessarily has what it takes to go all the way to the Super Bowl, but we definitely have what it takes to make the playoffs, which is what I was originally wanting. But if everything works out, our offense is good. Our defense has been what's disappointing, and I feel like we've invested more in our defense and offense. So kind of a weird one here, but hopefully these moves that we made were enough. So draft recap, we didn't have much. Man, we didn't get anything. Wait, what is that? Was that? That said 4th round pick, right? Not 1st round. Yes, round 4, pick 1. I saw the pick 1, I'm like, no way, did I forget to do something with that? Trade offers for Andrew Phillips. Wow, we can pick up a 23-year-old normal depth trade running back. That sounds like quite the thing there. Alright, let's sim to the playoffs, and hopefully we're in it. So in our final season, we did exactly what I was wanting. We went 11-6, which was good enough to get us into the playoffs. Checking out the stats here, we had the 3rd best offense in the league, which is amazing. And defensively, we were number 4. So right there, top 5 in both categories. John Lippett, 4,600 yards, 30 touchdowns, only 13 interceptions. Great stats there. Rushing-wise, Nick Chubb did what Nick Chubb does, 1,000 yards and 17 touchdowns. Receiving-wise, Malik Neighbors had a bounce-back year with 1,300 yards, 12 touchdowns, 1,006 out of Theo, 892 and 5 out of Marco Groves, and then 812 and 3 out of Keon Coleman. And then Chubb also put in 3. Defensively, wow. 22 sacks out of Myles Garrett, 11.5 out of Brian Burns, 7 out of Dexter Lawrence, 4 out of Jordan Davis, and 2.5 out of Lusu Koromoa. 2 picks out of Byron Murphy. Definitely, I don't think teams really had time to get rid of the ball if we were playing that way. So MVP, well, I'm surprised he didn't finish up there. It's kind of upsetting. But Offensive Player of the Year, we do have Nick Chubb coming down here at number 10. I'm surprised Malik Neighbors wasn't up there. Defensive Player of the Year, somehow Micah Parsons takes it from Myles Garrett. But it all comes down to this right here. Can we take down the 9-8 New Orleans Saints? Sim in here in the wild card. Please don't end it yet, and we do. Wow, we lost. Are you serious? Wow. Alright, well that's going to do it for today's video. I did say I wanted to make the playoffs. We did. Very disappointing though. 89 overall squad, couldn't take down the Saints. But if y'all enjoyed the video, crush that like button, hit that subscribe button, stay tuned for another rebuild here soon.